Nigerians. So for the past few days, we've been ranting how the hardship of Nigeria has not been allowing anybody proceed, anybody have a successful year and all that, the 30 days run challenge and all that. But we in the football community, we are forgetting a set of Nigerians that are facing the hardship harder, that have a more painful story to share. We are talking about those Nigerians that are trying to go pro. Every Nigerian know how difficult it is to go pro. That is why today I'm with someone that has been trying to go pro in football. Someone that has been trying his best to play for big clubs in England, Spain, France, and the rest of them. His name is Tochukwu, aka Junior Rodrigo. Now, Tochukwu,
Yes.
Junior Rodrigo,
Yes.
speak to us. What made you fall in love with the game of football? What made you fall in love with the game?
Actually, since I was born, I loved football. Football is my life.
Yes, yes.
But what actually made me fall in love with the game is my idol, Ronaldo. I watched
CR7 Ronaldo.
he's my idol because I like his work ethics. He made me know that football, yeah, you might have the talent, you might not have the talent, but with your hard work, you can make it pro.
Yes,
Because
yes,
on a normal basis, you'll be like, yeah, if you're not talented, if you can't play, you can't play.
yes.
But he made everybody see that if you can't play, you can work
Work hard
hard to play.
to play.
So that's what made me fall in love with football.
Ronaldo made you fall in love with football.
Yeah.
Let's say you started watching football when Ronaldo started playing.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
His days in Manchester United, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now, let's move on to the main reason why we are sitting here. When did you decide to go pro?
Actually, it was like a dream of mine when I was young to go pro. But I never took it that serious. I took it like it was just like, yeah, we playing and playing for clubs. I actually played for like two clubs in Cameroon because I grew up in Cameroon.
Okay, you grew up in Cameroon.
Yeah, I grew up in Cameroon
Before you moved down to
before I moved
Nigeria.
down to Nigeria. So I played for like two academies actually when I was
Academies in-
when I was like around the age of 9, 8. I played for two academies.
Okay.
Then, but as at that time, yeah, I wanted to be a professional footballer, but I didn't really know what it took
To be a professional footballer.
It was just like a kid telling his dad that, yeah, I want to be a
I want to,
professional
yes.
But when I came down to Nigeria, via the strike and everything and the war going down in Cameroon, I came down to Nigeria. Then still it was still the same mindset.
You want to go pro.
But I was not like ready. I was feeling that I was ready for the work, but I was not ready actually at that time. So when I stepped out of secondary school and I joined the football club, because as at that time I was looking for admission
Yes.
to the university, I
The
joined the
university,
football
yes.
club. Then I saw that, yeah, being a pro actually is way harder than I thought.
Than you
because
thought, yes.
I could play, I could play, but the discipline and everything, going to training every morning, showing up every day, giving your 100% every day.
Yes.
I started learning that, and from there I started progressing and progressing. Then that year actually, I had some setbacks, so I didn't go to enter school that year. So I had to go back to Cameroon. I spent 8 months in Cameroon with my parents.
Okay.
Then I joined another club. Let me say February. I joined a club in Cameroon. We played the regional league. We played the regional league that year. So it was during that 8 months that because I started football actually as a winger,
Yeah.
number 7, because of
Yes.
my idol Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Then when I went back to Cameroon and I saw that I'm not the quickest, and the coach that handled me saw that I had the raw marking and I could calm the play down. So
Okay.
he brought me as a number 4 CDM.
Okay.
Yes, that
Okay.
was
Modern day number 6.
Yes, modern day number 6. That was actually when I can say my journey as a professional footballer started, because I started having more knowledge about the game. I
Okay.
started having more knowledge because as a CDM, you need to be like 4 steps ahead of everyone.
Everyone is more of the
Yes,
mind,
yes, more
more
of
of
the
the
mind,
brain.
yes. So I started having more knowledge about the game, and waking up in the morning every morning, Monday to Friday you're training, Saturday you're playing, Sunday you're playing, every day you're playing. So I knew that, yeah, now I'm ready. Understand? Now I'm ready. So I played for 8 months. Then unfortunately I had some injury.
Okay.
I had a knee injury as at that time during training. No serious, no, we're just training. So doing some cone drills and I had injury. So I stopped for like 3 months. Before I had to recover, I came back to Nigeria. Then my injury continued. I started treating myself. But officially, I knew I wanted to become a professional footballer that year. 8 months I spent doing nothing but football and helping my parents. Then I knew that yes, I want to become a professional footballer.
Oh, okay. That's quite a story from Nigeria to Cameroon, the injuries, the change of wing, and all that. And yeah, that's quite a story. Now, let's talk about Nigeria. Going pro in Nigeria, what it does to people. Because we know that there are a lot of young talents in Nigeria.
Yeah, for
Like
sure,
the,
for
the
sure.
Super Eagles squad now is proving to us that even Nigerians playing for countries that are not, for other countries, Nigerians that are playing for countries that is not Nigeria, a lot of them. We have Eze, we have Olise,
Sure, for sure.
we have Musiala, Alaba, Fikayo Tomori. These are these are players in that are Nigeria. We know that these players are Nigeria. Even this Cameroon you are talking about, Mbappe,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have great talents actually.
greater. Now let's talk about the struggles our young talented ballers face, because talking to you now is like facing it firsthand, hearing it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah,
Because you know, most times, most of these pro footballers that go pro, sometimes they redefine their story, they refresh their story to make it sound sweet to the ear because of the media. But we want to hear it from someone that has not really gone pro, that is aspiring to go pro, that has gone through a lot of hurdles in order to go pro. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So now tell us, how has this journey been? The journey of going pro, how has it been in Nigeria? How has it been for you since moving from Cameroon to Nigeria?
okay. Actually, it hasn't been easy. Like I can assure you, man, it's like it's terrible. I'll just put it like that. It's terrible because
What is making it terrible?
first, we already know we have a bad government. Yeah. But bring your you won't bring that into the core. Like, yeah, the government are not helping. But the facilities, you getting into a pro academy here in Nigeria, you need to be paying over like 1 million plus for registration. And
Registration
yes, just
into a pro
registration
academy,
into a pro
1 million
academy.
plus,
You can take example like
and you will not be paid
you will not be paid. It's
just to
an
get
academy
into
just
the
to get
academy.
into the academy and let me say start training with them. Then you can still train with them and you won't if you don't have the zeal, you won't make it. But you must
This 1 million plus, is it an assurance that you are going to play in Europe, or is it a stepping stone to play in the NPFL?
this 1 million plus now for those academies, you will play, let me say, you might play in the FA Cup. Yes, you play in the FA Cup. But you playing the FA Cup doesn't mean yes, you're going there and you're being like, I'll play in the FA Cup. If you don't fit in, like the players are already there. So you need to be better than them
Yes,
to play in the FA Cup. Like they will need, they'll need their best squad because they want to win.
yes.
So you paying 1 million plus is just going there and learning. Then they might create one or two opportunities for you because here in Imo State we know our football is really really back. Like we don't have agents here in Imo State. Most of the agents that I've worked under are the ones that come from Lagos, Abuja, come down here to pick players, then go back. But you cannot see an agent now saying, "Yeah, I'm based in Imo State." No, you can't see that. So those academies are giving you
Okay,
that.
you're saying that, like right now, you're saying that what, like, being a player that wants to go pro, staying in Imo State is even much harder than the one staying in the likes
Yes,
of
yes,
Lagos,
yes,
Abuja.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, you think that only Lagos, Abuja is the place that you will stay and you will be closer to those agents than
Yes,
any other state in Nigeria,
yes, yes, yes.
amongst all the 36
Amongst all the
states.
36 states, I mean, you because if you like, let me give an example. Like when I went to Abuja, as at last year, yes, last year, October, no, October, actually, August, October, November. I was in Abuja. They came down here to Imo State and they were like, yeah, we are coming for the under 17, Nigeria under 17. They came as they wanted to represent the Nigeria under 17. So they came, and fortunately, my academy had that program. We were not invited. At the first place, we were not invited. But when they were like, when agents come, they'll just be strolling around and taking a look at the places. So they saw one of our player playing football.
Yes.
So they were like, which team do you play for? And fortunately, our coach was there. The guy now said, that's my coach. Understand? So they now met my coach and they're like, this boy is really good. And my coach says he's not even the best player in the team. Understand? He's not even among the first 11 in the team. And they were like, wow, means you have a very good team. Bring
Yes.
your team to the program we're having tomorrow. Let's see the players we'll take. So our team went for that program the next day, and I went. I was selected. Went to Abuja, and me going to Abuja was like I'm going for the under 17 trial. I went to Abuja. I saw almost 180 people there. The first day, the first
Wait,
day,
how many players are they looking for?
they are looking for like 30, 25 players,
My God. 180
and I saw
against
180.
30.
Yeah. Like
No, this is to tell you we have ballers that are fighting to go pro. 180 against 30.
it
Keep
wasn't
talking.
it. So we traveled, and I'm talking about the government. I'm talking about the people in charge of this football federation. Like we traveled to Abuja, almost a day journey. Like we were camped at Go Project in Abuja. Yes, most of you guys will know Go Project based in Abuja. We camped at Go Project. So because in Go Project, the field, the main stadium is is inside the Go Project actually. So we're there. We got to Go Project around 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 or 2 o'clock, and we had the first screening program by 7. So we got to Go Project by 1, and my knees were torn up because from the bus, long legs and all those things, no breathing space. Like we were just like in a 30-seater bus, we were like 38.
30-seater boss
30-seater bus, we were 38 in a 30-seater bus. So some players
going for trial
yes, some players even stood in the bus for a whole day in the bus
for a trial that is
for a
happening
trial
the
that
next day.
happened the next day, and we arrived the next day. So
So you had just a couple of hours to
yes,
rest.
to rest. So as we got there by 1, man, I was tired, like fatigue and all those things. But I knew that there was no way I could just come here
It's
and
a
go
do or
back.
die.
Yes, I knew that there was no way I could come here and go back. So I rested. They gave us food to eat. Then before I could even close my eye, we slept outside, like outside, and that was during Hamatan.
Nothing like a tent or something.
They gave there were like 3 rooms, and those 3 rooms had like, let me see, 6 bunk beds. So you cannot bring around
Wait. 3 rooms,
yes,
6 bunk beds. For how many?
Like that's why I say some people slept outside. We're 108, and some people slept outside. So
God.
us coming there, or we were 38 from Imo State going there, but we did not know that there were already boys there, that like boys from Kaduna, Mina, all those.
They're obviously closer to
Yes,
Abuja.
yes, all those. They went there and they picked boys, and there were still boys that were from Abuja, but those boys were coming from their house. So we went there. The remaining rooms, those that fought came early. They tried. And
Obviously,
everything. Yes.
obviously.
Then the rest, unfortunately, I was among the rest because I was like, I don't have like I was just trying to get myself because I knew that I was having a big game tomorrow. In fact, that day in a few hours I'll be having a very big trial. So I slept outside, the cold and everything. I felt sick. Then
You have trials and
yeah,
you felt sick.
felt sick. Like it was Hamatan. You know Hamatan in the north.
It's
It's
quite
not.
different.
Yes, it's very, 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 very cool. So the next morning around 6, we are awake. Everybody, we go to the pitch. We went to zone 3 because you can't treat you. I thought the trials were going to be inside the main stadium, but unfortunately they took us to the other field. So we went there. First, they did it like an energy game. We did not play 11-11. We played 8-8. So we played
Uh,
8-8. Like,
Normal field standard
yeah,
size.
normal field size.
Eight
Normal
eight.
8-8 in the field.
For
So
real.
as a girl 8-8, no man, I play as a CDM.
Yeah.
They said I should play
You've
as a
mentioned
central,
it
as a
before.
center back.
Okay, now they deployed you to center back.
Yes, because we had like 4 CDMs and there were just 3 teams.
4 CDMs,
Yes,
3 teams.
yes. There were just 3 teams. So they deployed me out because what they did was the Imo State boys that came were the boys that did the first trial. So they separated them into 3 teams, 38 boys, 3 teams.
Yes.
You get. So we're 3 teams. So since in my team we had 2 CDMs and they saw me out with my height and everything, they said you play as central. So I went in, we played the first game. We played. After playing, the manager called me and he was like, "How old are you?" I told him my age. He was like, he's very impressed that I will play the second screening. After we played the first one and I was picked, the people that were selected formed another team and we played another screening that same moment. Like after the first screening, the selected players formed another team and entered to play the second screening. And that second screening we played now, where it was not against Imo State boys, it was
Mm.
against the boys that were in the camp, the boys
Yeah.
from Kaduna, Mina.
That have already had a lot of
Yeah, a lot
rest.
of rest, and they've
And
not played
they
any
would
game.
definitely be better than you.
Yes, they now brought us in. Like they brought us in and we were like, we'll play against their best squad because they picked the best players they picked the players that they thought were best in the Imo State boys, and they picked the players that they thought were best in the Kaduna boys. So we now played. Yeah, they won us 3-2. They won us 3-2 actually. So after that game,
But the trials, was it about who won, or did
it
they
was
want to
more.
see
They wanted to see
your potential as a
yes
player?
as a player. So after that game, as Nigeria will always be Nigeria and Abuja will always be Abuja. The Northern boys, they were good, but they were more better players in Imo State. But the tribalism they did there, they took the players that they knew were very, very essential, like the more better, like the brilliant talents, the players that they saw that this player is better than everybody in this camp. Like if you were
Yes.
from Imo State and you were selected, just know that you were the best in the camp.
Yes.
So that day around we were 38 that came for that screening from Imo State. They sent back 30 boys from Imo State. And those 30 boys were good. Like even the boys from Kaduna were like, why are they sending them back? Like, why? You understand? They were like asking themselves, this one they are sending these people back. Omo, when you know someone is better than you and they send the person back,
Yes.
you'll be like, why are they sending this guy back? Like, means I don't have a chance. So we're remaining 8, and luckily I was among the 8. Then they told us the remaining 30 people will be going back home the next 2 days because this screening was for 3 days.
Yes.
So the 30 people went back to camp. We went back to camp. And that day, they didn't, like, no Hausa boy went out of that camp. The Hausa boys were there. So we went back to camp.
Wait, let me get this right. The Hausa boys that came to the camp, none of them was sent home after the screening.
None.
After the first screening,
After
none.
the first screening, none.
But the Igbo boys that came to the camp, 38 of them, 30 were sent home.
And the 30 that were sent home,
What's the reason?
they were very
But do you think that this was do you think that the fatigue that they incurred during the travel and did not have enough time to rest played a vital role in making them
Of
not
course.
play well?
Of course. Because
Okay, you're thinking that they should have been more considerate of the fact that they traveled.
They just came from a very, very long journey. Some people stood up for a whole day and you didn't even consider. And okay, I wouldn't say some were bad actually, because because you have bad players.
Yes,
Some players were bad.
but that doesn't mean
But
that.
that doesn't mean 30 players like from one state.
So you are sending back 30 players out of 38, and none of the Hausa boys was sent back.
No, none. For that day, none. And it doesn't even end there, because after the whole screening, when they started sending the Hausa boys back, we had like just 4 Imo State boys
Out of the 8
out of the 8
that was remaining.
because we went for the second screening. Then out of the 8 that was remaining, the second was not even a screening. It was just like a scouting program. Actually, it was just in March. Let me not say scouting program. They just gave us a match against a pro side in Abuja.
Okay.
Yes, they should test our
What was it on the
fitness.
pro side?
I don't really know actually, but they just said it was a pro team and they play FA Cup and NLO that will play against them. So after that match, we used our team A and team B. So after the match, the manager came and said this match is nothing, that we should just, because we lost actually. We lost around 3-0. Very, very bad. But I won't take it as if it was bad, because we are not, just bringing players from different sides of the country that have not played together. They just combine them and say, okay, play these people that have been playing for like years. You understand? They know themselves. They know how they play. So that's why. So the manager was like, this is not anything, that we should just take it as it was just a trial, that nobody is going home because of this. Then we got to camp. Yes. No, we were 8 as of that time.
Okay.
So we went to camp, and after the assurance that gave us that nobody is going home, the second coach, the assistant coach, came in the night and was like, he's very sorry that he tried to convince the manager, but they said there are too many players that they need to drop some. That he started calling names.
Now, are they dropping some of the boys from other tribes?
That night they dropped like 4 boys from other tribes, then dropped 4 from Imo State. Out of the 8, they dropped 4. So after dropping that 4,
was it only Imo State boys that were the Igbo boys there? Was there something like Abia State boys?
No, it was only Imo State
was from
Igbo. The rest were Hausa.
Wow.
Hausa and Yoruba boys. Boys, they were not even Yoruba, so it was just Hausa. Because the Yoruba guy that was there was one, and it was my friend, but they sent him home too. So
okay, you were sure that it's Hausa, not Fulani?
It's not Fulani. Hausa boys.
Hausa,
yeah.
Okay.
So after they sent out the 4 boys, one of our friend, that was because us as Imo State boys, we were not like, we are the only people we have who understand. We don't have any other person here. We need to treat ourselves as family, because we are Igbos. These people are Hausa, so we need to work together. So the other guy, he was very good. He was the best player in camp, like the best player. The manager loved him. He was a right back. He was like, some players, it depends on your discipline. That's why the football needs a lot of discipline. He was like, bro, I'm too big for this kind of stuff. That he can't.
Big for what?
That the kind of level he's playing, and he's a very good player and all those stuff, that he's too big for all this kind of stuff, that he can't be doing this with them, that he's going back home. So he followed the remaining of the 4 boys that they screened out. He followed them back home. So we're 3. And as we were 3 there, that's why I say, being a professional, like going pro in Nigeria, you will face many disappointments, because as we were 3, we played the first week of training, played for the second week, and now at that time the team has started coming together. Yes. Because they have removed the Hausa boys they don't need. The ones that remained there, because some Hausa boys, they told them go back home, but they didn't go back home. They said they would try and see if they can fight. But we were 25 at that time. So we trained for the first week, the second week, third week, almost a month. Then I saw that there was no movement, like, because we came for the under-17, and there was no movement. They were just reluctant. Nothing like you're changing camp, or this player you're going to see the under-17 or something like that. They were just there. We were training and training and training. So I had to ask questions. And I went to meet the coach, and I was like, coach, because the man liked me. I was like, coach, what's up? I'm a student, you get. Like I'm a university student and I've left school for like a month or 2 months now, if I'm to be precise. And now I'm here. We had a program for under 17 now. It's been a month now and I'm not getting any
Positive
yeah
vibe.
positive vibe as if we are going for the under 17 or something like that. So that was when the man now sat me down and was like, no, start will play NLO, then we'll go and play friendly, we'll be playing friendly matches, then you see if they can set some players from there. Like the under 17 talk just died. Nothing
Just
about
like that.
yes, nothing about the under 17 again.
What the hell?
So I was like,
But that was the main reason.
that was the main reason we went
Traveled all
there
the way from
Imo State to Abuja.
for the under 17
Yes.
screening. So all of a sudden now they are now talking about going to play friendlies, going to do this, going to do that, looking for how to sell players from there. Like, I don't get it.
So after telling me that, I called my coach and I called my manager. I was like, look at what they are saying. And he was like, what do you think? Because you will not tell me what I will do. I'll be the one to see the situation.
Okay, you have a manager home base.
Yes. So I called him and I called my coach and I said, look at. And my manager actually is my father. So I called him and I was like, look at what they are saying. My father said, anything you think is right, you can do it. I called my coach and my coach was like, you want to come back? Told him yes, because there's nothing. I'm not seeing anything here.
There's nothing.
There's nothing here.
So in essence, they lied.
Yes.
Or is it that something changed in the process?
Nothing changed because the program as a whole, like the way I saw it after that month I was there, I saw it like it's just a rich man that came back from US and is looking for way to have money from football. So he now brought players and he's trying to sell them. He's just trying to sell them. But he had a plan, but he does not know how you
execute it.
Yes, impact that plan. Because the people around him are not really that advanced in the football world. They might just be like players that have played and gone far and they retired. Not even going far. Maybe players that just traveled out of the country and they came back and they know they are no longer playing. They have some connections. That's just what I saw there. So I had to come back. And me coming back, because I don't regret any decision I take. So I came back. I continued my training. My friend, my teammates that was there, because we were only out of the 3 that were remaining, 2 was on my team. So the boy that said he will remain there because he's not a student, coming back here, he's not coming to do anything. He's not doing anything here. If he comes back, he'll continue staying with his mother, going to the farm and all that stuff. So I told him that, bro, just stay. You don't know where your own luck is coming from. So he stayed there last year till December. They gave them December break. He came back and I was like asking him, what's up, what's going on? He said they are fine, they are playing matches. I said, how many programs have they gone for? He said they have gone for programs, all those. I said, okay, no problem, you guys will enjoy. So he now went back this January, he went back. And as he went back January, around, let me say, 2nd week of January, he came back the 3rd week. And I was like, what happened? He said they went there and he went there first. The players he was saying before that he was playing with, he didn't see any. So he was like asking what's up, and they now started telling him that they sold this player to Eyimba, they sold this player to Heartland. Now they now told him that for him they have taken his video clips and they have sent it to Remo Stars and they have sent it to Nasarawa United, that 2 of them, the both clubs want him, that which one is he going to play for. And he was like, I'm still young, I'm 16 years.
Yes.
I can't be going to Eyimba or going to Remo Stars to go, because if you go there, that's a league side, bro. You are not going for any scouting program again.
Yeah, you will now sign
a contract
keep you
for 3-4 years.
4 years.
And after 3-4 years, maybe 1 or 2 injuries or something like that, or you don't see form again, they drop you.
Okay, so this is the other side of playing for clubs in the NPFL.
Yes.
As a young Nigerian looking to go pro.
Yes.
You don't have chances to go for scouting.
No.
But don't scouts come to watch their games? Don't you think scouts come to watch their games and select players from there?
For me,
because there was a time we heard the story about, I've forgotten the player though, but there was this player from Eyimba that Barcelona took to Europe.
Yes.
So, is there any problem in
Look,
that?
the thing is, you hardly see players that play in the NFPA that travel out. If you can see, if they travel out, it's just like maybe, let me just say God has said this player, you will travel out, or the management in charge, like the management of that team, they love you.
They want you
to move forward. You understand? But seeing that you're a player, you come and you're just good, and you're helping the team, and they look at you and they see that we need to keep this person. You stay there, just like signing for Manchester United. And now, if you sign for Manchester United, you're playing in Premier League, so you cannot be expecting to be scouted out. Like, you cannot expect playing for Manchester United and you're signing a 4 years contract, and you're expecting Madrid to come and get you.
It happens,
but not in Nigeria.
Okay.
You get, like, Nigeria now, you cannot be playing for Heartland and you have signed a 5 years contract and you're expecting Madrid to leave Spain and leave the countries they will go for. You understand?
Yeah.
They will not leave England, Norway, Poland, all those European countries, and come down to Nigeria to come and pick you.
Okay.
No, it's very, very hard. Like, very, very hard.
So I think that's the reason why most of our young talented ballers, they go to places like Belgium, all these
low leagues. So
this is where big guns come to
collect them
and collect
yes
players.
that's it.
Okay. I think I understand what you're trying to
because
say.
now you playing for the NFPL now, like, I have this guy, my friend, understand, he's playing for Atlant now. He's their number 10. Atlant number 10. He was very good, Feke, very, very good, but his problem, he had a very, very big issue. Like, I don't know if I'll call it witchcraft or village people, because
Nigerians, we believe in so much witchcraft.
No,
witchcraft. Let's just call it a predicament.
Okay, let me just say it's very, very bad. But he had this deal to Portugal. You understand? So the deal was finalized. They gave him his flight is already there, his money, everything they gave him. And this boy, the day of his flight, he took the money, left, went on La Vida, enjoyed himself, missed the flight. Like, he took the money they gave him to go to Portugal and play football. He took it, went to hotels, flexed, enjoyed. They started looking for him. They looked for him and they found him. I don't know what they did and said. Then now he's playing for Heartland. His first match for Heartland, if people might know, his first match for Heartland is their number 10. He's wearing their number 10. His first match for Heartland, he played rubbish. He really didn't play. Like, his performance was not as the player they thought they signed. And since then, I'm not sure he has future for any match.
I will not lie, I'm seeing small juju inside it.
You get that's what I'm telling you, that because that's not normal.
I'm saying so something that people are looking for.
Yes,
it comes to you on a platter. It's not normal.
Everything now. The club in Portugal is already waiting for him, and now you get this.
And you're training
yes, and you cannot tell me that it cannot be normal. It cannot be a predicament. A predicament is like you having a contract and it fails.
Yes.
You can say yes, we go, but guy, this was like, I don't know what I'll call it. So you get, now he's in Heartland. It's very, very hard.
Okay.
Unless, like, for me, I don't know, because I've not played for the NFPL, so I will not say with 100%. But for me, I believe if I say, okay, let me play 1 year in the NFPL, it's just to, like, improve my football CV. Yes,
to show that
my profile, I've been professional. Yes, my profile, that's just the only thing. After that, because they don't pay, how much do they pay you? How much? You can check the Remo Stars captain, the highest paid, you'll be seeing 1.8 million a month. How much is that, bro? How much? That's the highest paid.
You are doing it in comparison with
the normal professional footballer earns.
That 1.8 million. That's not even close to
$2,000. You get, and that $2,000 you can be earning as an academy player in Norway.
Yes,
You'll be earning that per week.
Oh,
So you get what I'm trying to say, that unless NFPL now, I believe NFPL now, for me, I don't know for any other person's opinion, for me, is you've seen that I'm getting of age, I'm old. Like you can see Musa, Ahmed Musa.
yes.
He came back and he played
He
NFPL.
played
Because
NFPL.
he has seen that no, he has done everything and he's already getting old. So he should
Yes.
just come back here and so that he should be playing active football.
So now, do you think the government should have a hand in this? Do you think there is something the government should do to help the situation of players who wants to go pro? Because with what you've said now, it looks like a lot of lies, a lot of favoritism, a lot of things are happening behind the scene. People are not being told the truth about their screening, tribalism overtaking everything, random people coming up to set up screening that don't even have a good knowledge of what a screening should look like and what a screening should be, and don't even have the necessary links to get you to the proper pro football that you're looking for. Is there anything the government should do? Should they attack it from the NFPL side, or what do you think?
Actually, the government can help, because if you see, like this Nigerian under 17 we are talking about, can watch the likes of Iheanacho, Osimhen.
That's where they
Yes.
start.
Yes, that's where Iheanacho directly from the under 17 went to Manchester City.
Yes.
So, like, this under 17 is where players need to be seen. When you go for the Olympics, you go for the World Cup under 17, you go for international duties as an under 17 Nigerian player, you go there and you show your talent, clubs will see you.
Okay.
Get Miguel Obi, all of them, you see that.
You feel like this is where the government needs to focus.
Yes,
on, make
like,
sure that they run the schedule so tight that the right ones should be seen.
yes, they should be seen, because now you can look at the Nigerian team now, like the Nigerian team now.
Yes.
Honestly, if you look at, there was a year Nigerian under 17 played, I don't know if they're under 17, but they play Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
You can watch the stars,
The most iconic
the match.
Every Nigerian knows the match that Nigeria
Yes.
played with Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
We know how we messed them up. The match ended 2-2. I think that was a 2-2 draw. But we know what happened on the pitch that day. And till today, we are still asking, where are those
people?
boys? Where are those boys that played that game against Atletico de Madrid? Where are they?
So you can see that you can go to the under 17, you see many talents. There's this guy I'm following on TikTok, Daga.
Yeah.
He signed for, I don't know, maybe Hungary, from under 17. You get? So I don't know if they need to be pushing our young talents from that under 17, because you now telling them to bring scouts to the NFPL is over demanding. You get? Because firstly, it will be very hard for them. As it won't be hard, but they will feel like they don't have that time.
And I think it's easier to deal with someone that just have a player that just have someone managing him than dealing with a player that is under a contract.
Yes, with a club, you get.
Yes.
So that under 17, if you have the right players and you expose them, because it's the right way, because I believe that in this Nigeria, if you are a professional, if you are a semi-pro footballer and you're trying to make it pro, and they give you an opportunity, in a year or in 3 months, you're getting 4 or 2 opportunities to play in front of white people, in front of white scouts. If you are good, it will show.
It will show.
Will show.
Yes.
But you see those boys from under 17 now, how many of them have you heard that like Iheanacho's breakthrough to Manchester City? We have not heard it. Osimhen's breakthrough to the big clubs. We have not heard it. How many under 17 boys now have you heard that they went from under 17 now to Europe?
And I feel like that the sets that played with Iheanacho, that set, most of them say, because they won the World Cup, right?
They won the World Cup now.
I think that set, most of them did not make it.
They did not make it.
They did not even go that far to make it to the
Yes, now they didn't. That's why if the government put an eye on this, like, make sure these players are rightly exposed. Players, we have very good players in that under 17. And another thing the government need to be putting an eye on is the tribalism, because some players, there's a local way we call it in football in Nigeria. Yeah, that boy na my slot.
Okay.
You
that
get
boy na my
yes.
slot. That slot of a
yes.
thing. Yes. Na me get that kind of
So
thing.
I faced that in Abuja. Yes, I was a CDM. We're like 5 CDMs. So the top CDM there was his assistant coach slot, according to them. Like he was the favorite boy there.
Yes.
And me, I knew, yes, he was good. I was good. We need to fight for this. You get. But having that, he's the one that share food. You get that kind of leverage ahead of me. The coaches know him and all those. So they were like, this is the first number 4, this is the second number 4.
Because they know him.
They know him,
They
yeah.
didn't even make him the first number 4 because he plays better than him.
No, they didn't
They did it because they like him.
Yes. And the first match we played, he was shaking. So, you know, you are losing 2-0 already and somebody shaking and you bring in me to come and try to
Stabilize
the game. And I tried my best and I stabilized the game. The game ended like that. No more goals.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were doing it like the first slot we play. Then if you see that he's having some issues, they'll bring in the second person. So we have that issue in Nigeria. Favoritism. You will see coaches. Maybe you can go to the under 17 now. You might be good. Like now, there was this my guy that was telling me that if you have money, you just go, maybe you pay 2 million, you enter the under 17, they'll give you starting shares. It's not supposed to be like that.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be like. If you want to register for the under 17, maybe on the norms, they don't register. They come and look for players that can play for them.
For them, yes.
You can't go to England now and say, I want to take this my child to England under 21. He should play. It's not possible.
Go to club academy.
Yes.
Those shining stars that are
bring them.
Like the likes of Wharton.
Yes.
Wharton in Crystal Palace and the rest of them.
They will bring them.
They will bring them up to the under 17 first.
But now,
I think that's where Madueke them.
Yes, all those players, Eze,
Palmer, yes.
Yeah, now you can just take your child. I want this my child to play for under 17 because
and
you have money.
Maybe you have a big surname.
Yes, and you start seeing that child playing for under 17.
It's not even like he's better than the others.
Not that he's better. He's not nothing special. That's why you see now most of the under 17 now they don't go abroad because some of them there. Maybe it's because of their connection
that got them there.
Yes.
Then when those scouts that
come,
they will come.
They will be like they are not good enough.
I'm not seeing anything.
Yes, they will not leave. That's where the government need to put an eye on because if they try and do that, like it will change a lot of lives. Like recently now I was in Ajiguli. Man, what I saw so like what I saw there. Eyewitness. My mouth no fit talk. Just
you have to tell us now. Tell us what you saw now.
What I saw there. No.